for the 2012 FHSAA Class 7A State Girls Basketball Championship game. This game features the visitors on the scoreboard with a record of 24 wins and 3 losses. Sebastian Sharks. And their opponent team on the scoreboard, the record of 28 wins and 2 losses, the Haines Hornets. Tonight's game is televised live on Broadcast Channel 47 and By FHSAA Channel 1147, and also streamed live on FHSAASports.com. Check out the girls basketball page on the FHSAA website for replays of the game and on how to work a TV company. In the spirit of sportsmanship, we ask all fans to have responsibility and courtesy for those around you. Use of language or disorderly conduct is unacceptable and unwelcome at the FHSAA finals. Let's afford student athletes, coaches, the officials, and your fellow fans the respect that they deserve. Cooperation is appreciated. We thank you. This time, I ask everyone to please rise. Gentlemen, move your hands. Turn your attention to the American flag. To honor America, first pledge allegiance, followed by the playing national anthem. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. And this time I'd like to introduce all of our Class 7A finalists. We begin with the non-starters first visiting Sebastian.
And good afternoon. We welcome you back to the Lakeland Center here in Lakeland, Florida for the 2012 FHSAA Girls Basketball Finals. Now it's time to crown a champion in Class 7A, the first ever Class 7A state championship game. The Sebastian River Sharks looking for their first state title with a record of 24-3 in girls basketball, that is, and the Haines City Hornets with a record of 28-2, also looking for their first state girls basketball title. Along with Will White, the head coach at Northeast High School in St. Petersburg, I'm Marty Paulman, welcoming you back to the Lakeland Center. We've crowned 2 champions today in Class 5A. Earlier today, the Dillard Panthers out of Fort Lauderdale win their 3rd consecutive state title as they defeated Bartram Trail by 14, 59-45. And then in our 6A game, which just wrapped up earlier this afternoon, it was Edgewater. The Eagles of Edgewater winning from Orlando. They knocked off Miami Norland 46-36 for their 2nd state title in the last 6 years. Now we will crown a champion 7A, and, well, we're going to have a team that's never won this before, so that's something to look forward to as we look for the starting lineups for the Haines City Hornets, who knocked off the #1 team in Class 7A, Buchholz, in the semifinals. Number 11, 5'6" junior point guard Brakia Henderson. Number 12, a 5'7" junior guard Jasmine Reddick. Number 21, a point guard, 5'6" junior point guard Joni Akins. Number 22, 5'11" senior guard Brianna Brown, who had 30 points yesterday in the semifinal win over Buchholz. And number 23, 5'6" senior point guard LaDerica Spillman. And for the Sebastian River Sharks, who knocked off Davie Noah at 51-45 in their semifinal yesterday, number 4, 5'4" senior guard Rakia Jones. Number 5, a 6' junior forward KP Pound. Number 22, 5'7", junior guard Mia Shepard. Number 23, 5'10", senior guard Brittany Jackson. And number 24, a 5'10" sophomore forward, Michaela Martinelli. Sebastian River, coached by Terry Amy, in her 11th year, or 12th year as the head coach there, has won 214 games now, as Sebastian River makes their first appearance at the state semifinals in Haines City, coached by Ladrita Akins, who is in her 13th season as well at Haines City. They were last in the finals until yesterday. In 2005, they lost to Venice by 3 in a past 5A semifinal. Reminder, if you want a DVD of this game or any game of the 2012 FHSAA Girls Basketball Finals, go to FHSAAsports.com, order your DVD for family, friends, or even for some of the players who might want to see it. Again, that's FHSAAsports.com for DVDs of this championship game and every game in these Girls Basketball Finals. Now we'll turn to Coach Will White as we have these starting lineups being introduced. And yesterday, both teams had impressive wins, and really Haines City an impressive win. They lost by 24 during the season to Buchholz. They came back yesterday, took an early lead, fell behind late, but then was able to pour it on at the free throw line late and win that game yesterday in the semifinals.
Yeah, they had 32 free throw attempts in the semifinals to take over a good Buchholz team, 61-57. Both teams tested yesterday. Sebastian River beating a very good Nova team, 51-45. Nova, a team that actually beat Dillard not that long ago, who were state champions. So Sebastian River's ready to play. This is a chance for them to kind of make that next step in their program. They've been getting close, lots of regional finals. So coming to the Final Four, now in a state championship game, they're ready to go.
And in fact, Sebastian River the last 2 years made the regional final, lost to Dillard. It was still in 5A. They moved up to 7A. Dillard stayed in 5A, so they didn't have to play Dillard this year. Sebastian River was able to get past Clearwater in the regional final, 67-52. They also beat Sarasota and Port Charlotte on their way to Lakeland. Then the win yesterday over Nova. And for Haines City, their road to Lakeland, they defeated Riverview 47-31, Bartswood 43-38, and Harmony 48-31. Then yesterday, knocking off Buchholz 61-57.
Sebastian River, all three of those teams, Port Charlotte and Sarasota and Clearwater, are all phenomenal teams. In fact, they won in the regional semifinals by 2 in overtime. So they've been battle tested. Both teams have been in some close games, so now they're ready to go and see what happens.
Brittany Jackson is the McDonald's All-American nominee. She averages almost 14 a game for Sebastian River. She's heading to Georgia Tech. The leading scorer for the Sharks is KP Pound, averaging almost 20 points per game. And on the other side, for Haines City, their leading scorer is Brianna Brown. She averages 14 a game. Again, had 30 in the semifinal on yesterday. As we're underway, shot misses underneath. Rebound taken back by Haines City, who's wearing the white uniforms today with the green letters and numerals, green stripes. Sebastian River wearing the black navy blue uniforms with the, looks like blue letters and numerals and white stripes as well. This is Brianna Brown. No, actually, that is Brianna Brown. She'll get it underneath, and up and under the defense goes Jasmine Reddick. She scores. The junior gets the first basket of the game, and Haines City takes an early 2-0 lead. Just underway in our 7A championship game. Here's Brittany Jackson. Big game yesterday in the win against Nova. She was the leading scorer for the Sebastian River team. Pound had it and then threw it right into the hands of Brianna Brown.
Brown had 30 points in the semifinal win that they had over Buchholz.
Travel on the other end, though, on the Haines City Hornets, and we expected a pretty good crowd for this game. Haines City located in Polk County, about 20 minutes away here from the Lakeland Center.
And Sebastian River, their administration organized free bus rides for their students.
That's right.
So that's actually, I think that was really, really smart to kind of give kids a chance to come out and support their team.
Yesterday against Nova, KP Pound and Brittany Jackson led the way with 14 points. They also had 12 from Katie Taylor, the freshman, at 4 threes and 4 attempts in her first ever game here at the Lakeland Center.
You go 4 for 4 in the Lakeland Center, you're doing something right.
Jackson's three on the left wing is well short. It was way out. The rebound goes to Haines City. And on the run, up and under the defense. Good drive to the hoop goes LaDerica Spillman, the senior, scoring in between two defenders at Haines City, an early 4-0 lead.
This is a rematch of a game that they played earlier this season in which Haines City won by 15, I believe.
They did. Haines City winning that game by a score 51-38, a 13-point win, as KP Pound in the middle of the paint calling for the travel. And it'll go right back to Haines City. Haines City regional semifinalist a year ago. lost in the state semifinals in 2004, regional runner-up in 2003, and regional finalist in 2005 under Ladrita Akins, who is a graduate of Florida Southern College here in Lakeland and Haines City High School grad. Pass to the left wing. And a 3 try is short by Brown. Loose ball on the floor. Now it's kicked around a little bit, and it will be back to the free throw line jumper. Good by Jonah Atkins.
Yeah, Sebastian River, a real wide 3-2 zone, and that's really hard to rebound out of. It's kind of hard to know which person you're supposed to box out of, so look for Haines City if they work hard, they can get a lot of offensive rebounds.
Joni Akins with the basket, her first basket. It's 6-0 Haines City early on. Now Markia Jones underneath the Pound, back to Jones. Pound meets a double team. Now back to the left corner to Jackson. Now Jackson dribbles to her right, and now we'll head towards the top of the key.
Haines City in a real tough half-court man-to-man. Really good help side. Sometimes it looks like a zone, and you can tell a real good man when it looks like a zone at times.
Pound open for 3. That's an air ball, and trying to save it was Mia Shepard, but she couldn't. She was on the sideline, and then Sebastian River coming well short on a couple of 3-point attempts early in this game, and a little bit of a slow start for the Lady Sharks.
Yeah, I wouldn't think 3-point shooting would be Brown's forte. Not quite sure, but usually you have a girl that size, want to kind of get them a little bit closer to the basket.
So Haines City with that early lead. Running the point for the Hornets is Joni Akins. Now Brown in the left corner. Cross-court pass ends up in the hands of Spillman. Spillman will get it out to an open 3 right wing for Henderson. It's short, but Brown with a rebound. Put back is good.
Yeah, that's the one big weakness of a 3-2 zone is that middle free throw line area and then also backside rebounds. If they work hard, they can continue to get that offensive rebound putback.
So an 8-0 lead for Haines City now as we have a little more than 4 minutes left first period. 2-pointer left corner good by Markia Jones. And first basket of the game for Sebastian River. They trail it by 6. Now into the corner, it's Brown. Brown will dribble to the baseline. Now out to the right wing. Cross-court pass. He'll swing it around to Markia Henderson. Now to the left wing to Spillman. Now it's Reddick. Back to Akins and then throws it away. Akins into the hands of Brittany Jackson. Jackson pulls up, 12-footer good. Brittany Jackson with her first basket, and it's now 8-4. Sebastian River with 4 straight points.
And she's going to Georgia Tech next year.
She is heading to Georgia Tech, and Brianna Brown on the floor for Haines City will be playing next year for Jacksonville University. So we have Division I talent in this game, and we've seen it all week in this tournament. We expect to see that really this time of year. Pass inside to Brown, and off the glass, no good, but she's fouled. And our first foul of the game comes with 3:21 to go first quarter. It will be on the Lady Sharks of Sebastian River.
I think one of the big advantages of going from 6 classifications to 8 classifications as is giving a few more teams a chance to come here that are well deserving and a chance to see somebody like a Jackson who people have talked about for a long time, but just again that big roadblock in Dillard, not being able to get past that, being able to come here and see a player like that.
Brianna Brown to shoot 2, and she hits the first free throw. She has 3, and it's now a 9-4 lead for Haines City. The foul was on Maya Shepard, her first. So Haines City scored the first 8 points. Sebastian River the next 4, and now it's a free throw, giving them a 5-point lead, and another free throw for Brown. And she nails it.
Yeah, she's a good free throw shooter and attempts a lot. In the semifinals, she was 11 of 13 from the free throw line. So of 30 of her points, 11 were from the line, and 11 of 13 at that.
So our first media timeout of this 7A state championship game, 3:21 to go first quarter, and it's a 10-4 lead for Haines City over Sebastian River. And I'm Marty Palmer, courtside at the Lakeland Center, along with Coach Will White. And Coach, we talked a little bit about this earlier today. You're the head coach at Northeast High School, but you've been a head girls basketball coach in the state of Florida for a while in the area in Pinellas County, and a lot of success at Boca Ciega High School. Now moved on to Northeast High.
Yeah, we were really lucky to be able to come here 3 times and then make a state championship game in which we lost to Dillard. But just to come here, it's real special and kind of get past that. You know, the first couple minutes, right about now, it really doesn't feel like a state championship game. It's time to play. You really get into that momentum, and you're able to get past that initial kind of shock of playing for a state championship, which, you know, growing up, everyone's shooting around, you know, dreaming about hitting that game winner. So really looking forward to Sebastian River kind of stepping it up there. They kind of seem to have a little lull at the beginning, but now they've made a couple baskets in a row, and it seems like we're kind of off to the races.
So we're back to action here in the first quarter. The winner of this game will be the inaugural 7A state champion, as 7A, 8A were added to all sports in the FHSAA. Well, football, basketball, and actually football. We're added to football, but basketball, softball, and baseball as well, as we'll have a travel on Jackson. Tonight, our first 8A state championship game will start at 8:35. The doctors will be in the house. Dr. Kropp from Miami, Dr. Phillips from Orlando. As we'll see two very talented teams coming up tonight in that 8A championship game.
We really have seen great semifinal and final games. I was a little concerned that maybe it would get thinned out a little bit going 6-8, but I think it's really worked out well, just giving a few more well-deserving teams a chance to play.
Pass inside, stolen away by KP Pound as Haines City was trying to get it into Brakia Henderson. Now here is Brittany Jackson to the right wing. Now to the top of the key. She'll try the three. It's short. Didn't even hit the rim, and it's saved by Haines City. And now on the run, it's Spillman.
Yeah, Jackson seems to be forcing it just a little bit.
Spillman will throw it out to Henderson. Henderson drives in. Her right-handed shot from 8 feet. No good. It missed the rim again. And the rebound to Sebastian River. Sebastian River shooting 40%, 2 for 5 early on. There's a three. Trying. That one's good by Maya Shepard.
Yeah, whenever you catch a three-point shot right in flow, that was perfect. You didn't have to wait and think about it. Caught her right into filling that gap. Caught it right with it. Bucket.
First three of the game for either team goes to the Lady Sharks, who are down 3, and now we'll have it over and back on Haines City as Reddick lost the ball. And that'll be a turnover for Haines City. Now has 3 turnovers, 2 for Sebastian River early on. Haines City hit 4 of their first 6 shots, 67% for the game.
Give a little shout out to this crew. They're from Pinellas County, so I know all 3 of these guys real well. It should be a real strong crew.
Hear a coach say that. It's pretty impressive. That's now crediting the officials.
Hey, they might buy the DVD themselves and take a look at it. Maybe I'll get a call here or there.
And KP Pound had the ball knocked out.
Always working an angle.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I asked some of the coaches about their working the refs yesterday. As Jackson will try a free throw line jumper. It rolls out. No good. Good look. Went all the way around the rim and out. And now a foul coming on the Lady Sharks. And now as a coach, what is your how do you like to work the officials? Do you work them?
My experience is, and if I was telling anybody who was younger, I would say don't even worry about it. I mean, the advantages that you might get by making them get a call here or there, you lose touch of what's going on the court and your team. So really just focus on your team, what's going on. It's going to balance out. It really, really will. They're going to miss a couple all around. They're human. So when I was younger, I was pretty hot-headed, but now
everybody says that.
It's true, and then but it's just experience. You kind of realize that just coach your team, and you'll do a much better job. And we've seen that predominantly here. The good coaches here just coaching their team, not worrying about those sort of things.
Spillman had the ball knocked out of bounds on the baseline by KP Pound. It will be an inbounds pass for Haines City as Katie Taylor in for the first time for Sebastian River. 4 for 4 from three-point range yesterday for the freshman in the semifinal win over Nova. And that ball off the feet of Akins. Joni Akins running the point for Haines City. We approach a minute to go here in the first quarter, and Haines City has led throughout this first period. Now a 3-point lead. Now to Reddick, top of the key, and now we are at a minute to go. Here's Brown. Brown fell down and taken away by Jackson. There's a 4-on-1. Jackson around a defender, lays it in, draws the foul, and a chance for a 3-point play for Brittany Jackson off the steal. And again, a steal leads to a transition basket, and Sebastian River can tie it up for the first time since we started this game with a free throw as the foul goes on Jodie Akins, her first team foul.
Yeah, you see Coach Atkins over there working the official a little bit. You had one official right in front of the play and one trailing it. But you really I'm actually a ref as well, so you're actually looking for different things from different spots. So sometimes that happens.
So now a 10-all tie. Akins now cross court to Spillman. Spillman now bobbles it. Will pick it back up. Try to get it to Brown. Too high, and it's again on the floor. Loose ball ends up with Jackson again. Now it's a 1-on-3. Now 2-on-3. Jackson will pull up, force one. It's no good. Yeah, it's short of the rim.
Yeah, she's trying to force things a little bit. When she's under control and attacks hard, but with control, she's really strong.
Here's Brown driving in, and she's called for the travel.
But that's to be expected here. Everyone's trying to do a little bit too much here at the beginning, and that's just human nature. Haines City only 2 losses this year, both losses to teams here in Lakeland this week, Dr. Phillips and Buchholz.
That's impressive as well. Sebastian River lost to Haines City and Vieira, who was a regional finalist. Martin County, always a good team. That was their 3 losses. And you mentioned Haines City losing to Buchholz as the 3 by KP Pound is short. And the rebound ends up with Haines City. The other loss was early in the year to Dr. Phillips by 29. Everyone loses to Dr. Phillips as Brown throws up an air ball, 3-pointer at the buzzer. Dr. Phillips hasn't lost to a team from the state of Florida now in 14 months, January of 2011. As that brings us to the end of the first quarter. It was an 8-0 run to start for Haines City, but a 10-2 run for Sebastian River to end the first quarter. We're all tied, 10-all. Then our 7A state championship game. We'll take a break and come back to the Lakeland Center in just a moment. You're watching the 2012 FHSAA Girls Basketball Finals here on the FHSAA Network.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program and participate in the FHSAA network, go to FHSAAsports.com/SBP.
Welcome back to the Lakeland Center, the 2012 FHSAA Girls Basketball Finals here on the FHSAA Network. Our 7A state championship game. Marty Paulman along with the coach Will White as we head to the second quarter, and we're tied 10-all. A good start for Haines City, but Sebastian River, after a slow start, was able to come back and tie the game on a 10-2 run at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, basketball is always about those swings. You know, everyone's going to have theirs, and most of the time, when teams are pretty evenly matched, it's who has the most number. And right now they're even. They've each had their little run.
And Haines City 28-2 coming into this game. Sebastian River at 24-3. Again, both teams looking for the first girls state basketball titles in school history. In fact, for Sebastian River, this would be the first state title of any kind, team title, in school history. So a big game for the Lady Sharks as they shoot 36% in the first quarter to Sebastian River. 4 of 8, 50% for Haines City. Rebounds were all Haines City, 9-1 early on in this first period. And turnover 7 for Haines City, only 3 for Sebastian River, had 2 assists. They did have 4 steals for the Lady Sharks. And we're tied as we go to the second period. Brown bobbles it and picks it up and lays it in. Brianna Brown already with 6. And it's again a 2-point lead for Haines City, 12-10.
Yeah, Haines City's 7 turnovers. That's going against the 3-2 zone. So that's, you know, kind of really disappointing to have that many turnovers against a team that's kind of sitting back, but still hanging right there in it.
And Pound tried to get it into the corner to Martinelli. Martinelli couldn't hold on, so there's a turnover from Sebastian River. Ball right back to the Haines City Hornets. Now across half court, it's Joni Akins. Now into the corner, long 3, left corner is short by the Derica Spillman, followed by Brown, no good. And the rebound ends up with KP Pound. Now to Jones, back to Pound across half court. Pound is yet to score in the game. In the corner to Martinelli. Now on the baseline, Jackson turnaround jumper from 12. Rolls in, the shooter's roll.
Nice
bounce.
Nice touch.
7 for Jackson as it was short and then hit off the backboard and in. We're tied up 12-all.
Yeah, Brown for Haines City is real tough inside. Nice frame to herself, always working pretty hard without the ball. Like right there, coming and catching it, good hands.
That's a tough pass from Brown in between 2 defenders. Spillman tried to get it in there, but there is a foul coming up on Sebastian River, and they're going to get it on Jackson. That's her first. 3rd team foul on Sebastian River. And Haines City only with 1 so far as we have 6:45 left here in the second quarter.
Yeah, trying to force that into her just a little too much. Just let her keep working. She'll get open.
And the ball in and out of bounds. We'll be back to Sebastian River. So a chance for the Lady Sharks to take their first lead of this game. They trailed 8-0 early, came back to tie it at 10-all into the first quarter, and now 12-all early in the second period. And it's taken away by Brown. Brown to Spillman. Spillman under the fence will lay it in. So Brianna Brown gets the steal. Spillman with the layup. She has 4, and right back ahead goes Haines City at 14-12. Across half court, now into the corner. Taylor for 3. That's an air ball. She kind of forced it quickly. And down on the floor goes Reddick with the ball, but she's fouled. And that'll be the 4th foul on the Lady Sharks here in the first half.
The Haines City pressing there. Sebastian River needs to get somebody in the middle. They're you know, you want to get the ball out of the sideline. So the way you basically do that, you kind of push it up one side, get it to the middle, reverse it, and they're not really having anybody there. So they've had a couple turnovers. So you're going to look for Sebastian to put somebody in the middle.
Rakia Jones picks up her first foul, 4th team foul, as we approach 6 minutes ago here in the second quarter. Brown now back around to Akins. Now faking a three is Henderson. She'll get it off to Spillman. Spillman underneath, and the layup missed by Reddick. The follow missed by Brown. Now a loose ball ends up in the hands of Spillman. She dishes it off, and KP Pound rejects the shot by Jasmine Reddick.
Yeah, sometimes you can be tall, but she's also got those long arms. So she's a beast inside. It's hard to get around her. Stayed real under composure right there. Nice block.
Listed at 6 feet, but again, that wingspan maybe 6'3" or 6'4".
Yeah, she plays much bigger than that.
So back to Haines City with a 2-point lead. Here's Brown. Now to Spillman, left wing, cross court, right wing. Henderson will try it too. It's no good. And Katie Taylor, Martinelli with a rebound.
Yeah, Haines City tested in their district well. Bartow had a really good team this year.
Pound will pull up. That shot missed everything from 12. Looked like it got forced again. Back to Pound on the loose ball. Free throw line jumper short. And the loose ball ends up this time with Haines City as Reddick has it. She'll give it to Brown, and here come the Hornets again. Across half court, it's Spillman. Spillman driving. Right-handed floater doesn't go from 10 feet. Rebounded by Pound. Put a bit of a lull in scoring here the last few minutes.
Yeah, defense stepped up a little bit.
Taylor will drive all the way in. Her right-handed floater's no good. She's fouled. And Katie Taylor's going to shoot two. So good idea for Taylor, who decided to pass up the three for a drive to the basket. She gets fouled and will have 2 shots.
Yeah, you take the ball in hard. More times than not, you're going to get fouled. And so she just kept going, real confident. Usually when you miss those, you know, is when you kind of get soft with it a little bit. But she was ready for the contact and went up strong with it and got the foul.
As Taylor's first free throw. Boy, she has a high arcing free throw. She hits it.
Yeah, I was just looking at that myself. I'm like, I wonder, is that going to make it there? But, boy, that dipped right in there.
The foul was on Jasmine. Pardon me, Brown, and Brown gets her first foul. Second team foul. And that free throw is short. Loose ball ends up with Brakia Henderson.
And most time, if anyone shots anything, it's too flat. And you got to get them, teach them to get the ball up there a little bit. But hers is almost a little too high.
Ball tipped out of bounds, and it will stay with Haines City. 4:49 to go second quarter. A 1-point lead for the Hornets. Brown will fire it in. And into Spillman. Spillman near half court. Now will drive to the top of the key. Now to the right wing. Almost threw it away in the hands of Akins. Akins down into the corner to Spillman. Spillman will drive the baseline. Her shot's blocked, but she's fouled. And Spillman's going to shoot 2.
Same thing there. Nice drive, hard, attacking the basket. Defender, you know, if she would have stayed more with her feet on the ground, probably could have done fine. The last game we saw the defenders did a really good job of holding their ground, going straight up. But the defense has a tendency to turn to protect themselves, and that's kind of when they're going to call a foul.
So the foul that time went on Taylor Smith, her first 15 foul, but missing the free throw is Spillman. She'll get a second one.
We've really seen overall girls basketball free throw percentages really plummet the last 10 or 12 years. While meanwhile, the three-point shooting has gone way up and dribbling has improved a little bit. But
interesting.
The loss of, I think, you know, it's more of the ESPN generation of, you know, nice crossover, getting a three-point play, those sort of things. But you don't ever get on TV or get written up too much about making free throws.
Wait, there was a lot of contact as Taylor had it knocked away. I heard the hand.
Did you hear that? That was a smack.
But then taken away by Spillman. She drives in, makes the layup, goes all the way around the basket as she stole the ball away from Jones. Spillman now has 7, and it's a 4-point lead, 17-13. And so what you're saying is players would rather work on the three-point shooting than the free throw shooting.
And just like anything, the things you put your time into is what you're going to get better at. So, like right here, that was pretty good dribbling right there. She's good protecting the ball, that sort of stuff.
She took a long three, which was also
that part was bad.
With a defender, and on the other end, the run-out boy hitting the bottom of the basket is Henderson. And now Sebastian River heads the other way. Jackson bumped. That's a foul on Jasmine Reddick, her first.
Yeah, because there really is no excuse. I want to think most coaches' pet peeves are if parents or fans or whatever complain about how their kids shoot free throws. That's really, to me, 100% on the kid. That's that we always say February to November is when you get really, really good. And that's just in the driveway, working, shooting, working on your game. Shoot 100 free throws a day. You know, I can't make somebody a better free throw shooter if they don't want to. It's just time and repetition.
Well, we are at our media timeout for the second quarter, 3:49 to go before half. Pretty quick moving first half, and Haines City leading Sebastian River 17-13. Sebastian River with 5 team fouls, Haines City with 3. And early on, looks like both teams just kind of feeling the other one out a little bit. Where we've been close, we were tied at the end of the first quarter, and Haines City's moved ahead by a few points, but really neither team has shown much of an ability to be able to make any really distance between the two.
Yeah, it's been a little sloppy, actually. Both teams just kind of, they're playing hard and all those sort of things, but kind of taking some bad shots and kind of just playing a little outside of themselves. Usually people maybe more calm down by this point, but, hey, the scoreboard's up. You're at the Lakeland Center, Final Four, state championship game. Everybody wants to do a good job.
Earlier today, Dillard winning their third consecutive 5A title over Bartram Trail as Ali Mano was hurt early in the third quarter, had to go out for Bartram Trail. He was in the game and then couldn't do much, just couldn't get around the turnovers, and Dillard, Marcia Pinder, won her 7th state title.
Yeah, and her, like you said, 3rd straight. Yep. I think it was you who was telling me earlier that the boys at the school have won 4 straight. So
they
I
did.
Promise you that their motivation next year, because you always want to have a goal. You got to have a goal.
Sebastian River throws away the inbounds pass. I went and listened to the post-game press conference for Marcia Pinder and her team, and they mentioned that. The players like, we got to win another one to keep up with the boys.
See, exactly. So that's what you want to do. Always have something. You always have to have some goal. Good teams, mediocre teams, building teams, you always want to have something.
Shot missed underneath by Haines City, and a foul over the back on the Hornets. It's going to be on Brakia Henderson, her first, 4th team foul. And now 5 for Sebastian River, so they'll inbound the ball with 3:33 to go second quarter, trailing it by 4.
Yeah, Haines City with a big rebounding advantage, 17-6. Everything other than that, pretty even.
Now it's 6 turnovers for Sebastian River, 8 for Haines City early in this game. Rebounds 11-5 in favor of the Lady Hornets, but only 6-1 on the offensive glass for Haines City. As that shot misses, Brown with a rebound. She'll take it the other way. Almost lost it. Now Spillman will drive through the middle of the paint. Her shot is good off the glass.
Yeah, Spillman's really good at attacking the rim. They have her listed at 5'6", but yeah, no.
I don't think so. Spillman has 9. 5. Let's see. Makia Jones is 5'4". She's about the same size. Well, I have to say 5'5" maybe. Shot in and out, no good. Brown with a rebound as Brittany Jackson missed the 3, and it's a foul. Sebastian River over the back on the rebound.
But real good body control going in there.
Taylor Smith gets her second.
I'm calling her out on the 5'6" listing on that one.
Yeah, I think you're right. Is the second foul on Taylor Smith. 16 fouls now for Sebastian River. It'll be Haines City ball. Low scoring first half, 19-13. It was tied at 12, and now Haines City on a 7-1 run. They lead it by 6. They had an early 8-0 run. Sebastian River went on a 10-2 run to tie it, and now Haines City on a 7-1 run to take a 6-point lead. Here is Akins, now back to Spillman. Spillman well out there half court as we now go under 2.5 minutes to go. In the left corner, it's Reddick. Reddick will throw it back out to Spillman, and Spillman will reset the offense. So we approach now 2:10 to go in the quarter. Spillman to Brown, almost had it stolen away. Now ball on the floor. Boy, threw hard to Spillman, and then she threw it away. She lost it to Martinelli. And now KP Pound will start the other way. Pound over to the right wing, and losing that one out of bounds is Mia Shepard, and it will be right back.
It was almost like Haines City was doing almost a mini stall right there.
Yeah, the mini stall only lasts about a minute, maybe 45 seconds. So it will be again Haines City ball.
A turnover.
And Sebastian River does turn it over. So again, the Hornets will have the ball up 6 as we are now a minute 46 before halftime.
See Sebastian River kind of picking them up a little bit closer to half court. While they go to man-to-man out of their zone. So they are switching it up a little bit.
Henderson in the corner driving the baseline is Akins. Now she'll pull up. Back out to Brown. 3 left wing. Got it.
That was smooth.
Brianna Brown has 9. First 3 of the game for Haines City, and they have a 9-point lead, 22-13.
Very quick release. Caught it right in flow. Nice form.
Now Jackson, who has 2 of the 3 points for Sebastian River in this period, will pull up. She got fouled, as you can see the awkward way she kind of turned away from the shot. Foul going to go on Haines City's LaDerica Spillman, her first. That's the 5th team foul on Haines City. We'll have 2 free throws for Brittany Jackson, who has 7 points. And Sebastian Rivers only scored 3 points in the second quarter, as the free throw is straight through for Jackson. She now has 8, and it's an 8-point lead for Haines City.
Yeah, she's a 60% free throw shooter. Averages almost a double-double a game.
And
almost 14 points, 9 rebounds.
And the second free throw is straight through for Jackson, who already has 9, and it's 22-15, but the rest of the team for the Sharks only 6 points. Akins now to the left wing. It's Henderson. Now back to Joni Akins. Under a minute to go, second quarter.
Yeah, they've shut out Pound for Sebastian River, who had over 500 points this year.
She is yet to score in this game. Reddick driving the baseline. Shot hits the side of the rim, and the rebound to Jackson. 36 seconds left here, second quarter. Jackson will pull up at the free throw line and hit it.
Yeah, she's a streaky shooter. You can tell if she gets into a groove, get 1 or 2 shots in.
She's in double figures with 11. It's 22-17. 5-point lead. Haines City now can hold for the last shot of the first half if they like. 20 seconds now to go. As Henderson will drive in, missed the shot. Instead, she drove in and got the foul. And with 17.1 to go, it'll be Henderson at the line, shooting 2. Foul on Nicole Clark, her first. That's the 7th team foul. Henderson is scoreless in the first half.
Yeah, and she's their second leading scorer at 8.2 points a game.
She rolls in the first.
So both teams kind of leaders, Jackson and Brown, are both kind of doing their things, but neither team's second scorers really stepped up much yet.
As you say, Brown with 9 points, and then behind her now is Spillman. Actually, Spillman also with 9.
Yeah, she only averages 9 for the game, so she's really had a good half.
On the other side, Sebastian River, 11 for Brittany Jackson. Next scorer is Maya Shepard with 3 as the free throw goes in there. 2 for 2 for Henderson. And it's a 7-point lead again for Haines City. And now Sebastian River, see if they hold for the final shot. Taylor needs to inbound. She does get it into Martinelli. Now back to Katie Taylor. Now Taylor across to Martinelli, and she will go across the timeline off to Jones, and now back to Jackson. Now 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Jackson will pull up a 3. She drew the foul, and Brittany Jackson kind of leaned in and picked up the foul. And she'll shoot 3 free throws with 2.7 seconds to go in the half. And boy, that got Coach Akins very upset on the Haines City sideline as the foul, the second on Brakia Henderson.
Yeah, she did the right thing. She kind of sat down. Sometimes you get yourself in trouble. Last thing you want to do here with 2 seconds, 2.7 to go, is give the person 3 free throws. Technical foul, 2 points in the ball. That could really is. So that was actually very professional on her part to kind of see the big picture and say,
she sat down.
Yeah, hey, I'm very upset, but I'm going to sit down and just hold it until halftime.
Well, Jackson hits the first 2. She has 1 more free throw. It's now a 5-point lead for Haines City.
Just think how that could play out. She makes all 3, 2 more. That's 2 more points in the ball.
And that one in and out now. And Haines City will throw it ahead, and no shot attempt. It's intercepted by Nicole Clark. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half of this Class 7A state championship game at the Lakeland Center in the 2012 FHSAA girls basketball finals. We were tied at 10.5. Haines City outscored Sebastian River 14-9 in the second quarter. And our halftime score, it's the Haines City Hornets 24 and the Sebastian River Sharks 19. Marty Palmer along with the coach Will White here at the Lakeland Center. We will take a break, come back for the second half soon. You're watching the 2012 FHSAA Girls Basketball Finals here on the FHSAA Network.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program and participate in the FHSAA network, go to FHSAAsports.com/SBP.
All right, welcome back to the Lakeland Center. Our score of the half of the 7A state championship game, the 2012 FHSAA girls basketball finals. Haines City leading Sebastian River by a score of 24-19. Looking at our first half stats, Sebastian River shooting 6 of 19. Haines City at 9 for 23. Three-point field goals, 1 of 8 for Sebastian River, 1 for 5 for the Haines City Hornets. Free throws, 6 of 8 for the Lady Sharks of Sebastian River, 5 for 6 for Haines City. Rebounds, 20-8 in favor of the Hornets, 6-1 on the offensive glass for Sebastian River. 3 assists, 5 steals, 8 turnovers for Haines City. 4 assists, 4 steals, and 9 turnovers. Marty Paulman back courtside here at the Lakeland Center as we get ready for the second half, and Coach Will White will rejoin me in a minute. But right now, Coach White's colleague, assistant principal at Northeast High School in St. Petersburg, Greg Zorns, has joined me courtside. Also a member of the FHSAA Board of Directors. And Coach White brought you over. It's good to meet you, sir. And I wanted to ask you a little bit, too, about we're having this 7A state championship game. The first time we've had this at 7A, and we'll have an 8A championship game tonight. So if you can talk a little bit about how the 6A, going to 7A and 8A has really affected basketball. Really some good teams still on the floor here in these classes.
There certainly are. There's no lack of quality teams. I've had to recalibrate a little bit because I'm used to that's a 5A school, that's a 6A school, and
Yeah.
now they fall in different categories, and that's one thing that's really changed. We've had some schools that I know that couldn't get past the same school year after year after year. We changed classifications, and that school's gone away, so some schools see it as a golden opportunity to be able to move on because there's one long-standing excellent school that's ahead of it, and they can't hang with it.
Well, as we start the second half, Pound had it knocked away, and traveling called on Haines City's Brianna Brown. And you mentioned too, I know you used to coach girls basketball, but how was this decision? How did you come to this decision to add these 2 classes? What was the final decision in going from 6A to 8A and 5A to 7A?
That's kind of funny you mentioned to me because we had a vote and there were 15 board members in the meeting. The vote was 14-1.
Ooh.
And I was the one dissenting vote.
Oh, wow.
I said, let's just give everyone a trophy. Okay. But afterward, when I spoke to Dr. Daring, I had to talk about it. When we went to 6 classes in the 90s, we had 530 schools.
Wow.
We have almost 800 schools now.
I see. That makes sense.
So, honestly, for the point of progress, we had not much of a choice, really. So,
well, Aderica Spillman picks up her 2nd foul. Jackson was fouled while shooting. She'll shoot 2 and hits the first free throw. 14 for Brittany Jackson. And before we let you go, and we'll bring in Coach White in a minute, but how do you think this has played out as far as this moving to 7A and 8A for what you've seen this week?
There's no lack of talent. There's still really excellent kids out here who have really played hard. And really the plus side is we have more schools with a chance to play in the state tournament.
And that
wasn't our goal, but that's happened, and there's several kids who have made some lifetime memories because we made the change. And for that, just that reason alone is an excellent reason for those kids to have a chance. I was the board president for 2 years, and my unofficial motto was making memories that last a lifetime, because we go through in our meetings, we have appeals, we get threatened to be sued and all kinds of stuff. Yeah. But I remind the board members to come to these games because they see these kids win a state title, and they're so excited. And you see the joy in their faces, you realize, well, all we do ends up in this. And these kids are making lifetime memories, and we're a part of that. So it's really, really rewarding for us.
Well, Maya Shepard hits the basket off the glass. We got a good one here as we start the second half. Brown is fouled underneath. She's going to shoot 2. It was the first foul on Sebastian River in the second half. And well, I'm glad you came by. I wanted to ask you a little bit about that, and some good information as we have a good game going there. Somebody will have some lasting memories because one of these teams will win a state title for the first time. So that's something else to look forward to.
And I love to be on the floor when I watch them win, because I go to a lot of the games and I watch the team win. I just watch their face and they jump around. It's so exciting. Nothing will ever replace memories like this, and even when they play at the next level, they'll still remember this forever. And so it's great to be a part of it. It's great to watch. Really rewarding.
It is a lot of fun. It's always a lot of fun to watch and come to watch these games and watch the players enjoy themselves. As Brown,
the only part I don't like is giving the trophy to the runner-up team. Usually these girls are all teary-eyed, and I just feel awful. I just want to hug them all. I feel so bad because they played so hard. I try to encourage them. That's a really difficult thing to do.
All right, well, thank you, sir. Greg Zorn's the FHSAA Board of Directors and the Assistant Principal at Northeast High School. Thank you for coming by.
My pleasure. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. As Brianna Brown hits both free throws, it's a 3-point lead for Haines City. And we'll bring in Coach White. He'll take the headset back. And a good start to the second half for Sebastian River. They cut it to 1 as Brittany Jackson hit a couple free throws. Shepard hit a basket, but then Brianna Brown gets the 2 free throws. So still a close one, a 3-point lead, very low-scoring game.
Yeah, Brown's real good there at the free throw lines. Her form is so good.
Martinelli in trouble. Now off to Brittany Jackson. Coach Will White rejoining me here courtside. Tonight we'll have the 8A state championship game beginning at 8:35. It'll be Miami Dr. Kropp, Orlando Dr. Phillips. Dr. Phillips trying to repeat as state champs. They won 6A a year ago, and Kelly Neff will have the call along with Coach Roger Dorio. 3-pointer by KP Pound is short. The rebound by Brown. Pound getting to score in this game still for Sebastian River.
Yeah, beat me to it again. Over 500 points for the year.
Oops, we should have talked. As the 3 goes over the top by Akins.
And 19.9 points per game. So that's what they're really missing out on, their big leading scorer.
And now it's Sebastian River ball. They can tie it with a 3, and Terry Amy calls a timeout. First timeout of the game called early in the second half, the third quarter, with 5:27 to go. Sebastian River takes the timeout. They have 4 remaining. It's a 30-second timeout as Sebastian River trails it by 3.
Yeah, Pound's being guarded by Jasmine Reddick, who is listed as 5'7". She's probably about 5'5", 5'4". And so that's a big mismatch there that they could really attack in the half court, is get Pound on her in the block.
So a timeout call with the Lady Sharks holding on to the ball, down 26-23. And another reminder coming up next week here on the FHSAA Network. We'll start it all over again Tuesday morning at 10 a.m. with the 1A semifinals, the boys basketball finals, FHSAA boys basketball finals. All kinds of games coming up. 24 games starting Tuesday, running through next Saturday, as we have one more game after this in the girls basketball finals. Then we start back again on Tuesday for the boys. That should be a lot of fun as well.
Yeah, they're all playing in their regional finals games tonight.
Yes, they are. As Pound can't get it to go. Wow. A little in the basket for it. Rolled out both times, but she's fouled, and Pound's going to shoot 2 free throws.
That's a really good sign for Sebastian River, giving her the ball around the block. I think that with her size advantage, because Haines City really has no size to speak of, that, you know, Pound's been a little bit too much outside. You know, missed a lot of three-pointers. Get her inside to where she can get a chance to do her thing.
She is the tallest player on the court. As the free throw is short, though, she's still yet to score in the game. Foul was on Jasmine Reddick, her second team foul on Haines City in the second half. And the free throw for Pound is good this time. So 1 of 2 for KP Pound. She's on the board. And Sebastian River within 2, 26-24. And the regional finals all going on about 7 o'clock tonight statewide. They all play at about the same time. Except in the Panhandle, they're an hour behind out there. As the free shot no good. A foul over the back called on Haines City on the rebound. And that is on Laderica Spillman, her third team foul, as Spillman missed the shot inside and got the foul on over the back.
Yeah, she had a really good first half. Spillman with 9 points. You know, real active, 4 of 6 from the floor, 1 of 1 free throws.
Now Brittany Jackson on the left wing for Sebastian River.
Haines City did not substitute at all that first half.
Shot no good from about 18. Rebounded by Martinelli. Now out to Jones. She'll try a 3. It's well short. But Pound with a rebound. She still missed the shot down low. But she'll shoot 2 again. So
that's
KP Pound working inside.
That could be one thing to come back to haunt Haines City a little bit. You know, it's hard to play 32 minutes all out. You know, so without very many substitutions there, that could be something to look out for in the fourth, come the fourth quarter.
Brown picks up her second foul. That's now the 4th team foul. It's Brianna Brown, 4th team foul for Haines City. And again at the line is KP Pound, shooting 2 with 4:41 to go, third quarter, and she hits that one. And it's now 1-point Haines City lead, 26-25. Sebastian River has never led in this game. They've tied a few times. They've been within 1 a few times as well, and is yet to be able to overtake Haines City. Pound's second free throw is good. She kind of jumps as she shoots the free throw.
Yeah, very unorthodox free throw. I was just looking at, we were on the same page with everything, so I guess I should go home.
No.
I joke, but yeah, she very unique shooting style.
Reddick is fouled underneath. She's going to shoot 2 free throws as Sebastian River picks up the foul on the baseline, and it's going to be on Maya Shepard, her second team foul in the second half for Sebastian River. Jasmine Reddick has 2 points today. She'll shoot 2.
See a lot more teams are not doing it right now, but when a coach is talking to, like during live play, her team, you're starting to see a lot of times the defense going over and standing near the huddle to hear what's going on.
Free throw no good, back of the rim for Reddick. Second free throw rolls off the side of the rim, rebounded by Brittany Jackson. So now here come the Lady Sharks with a chance to take the lead. Jackson stops at half court. Now into Pound. Pound will drive in. She'll pull up. 12-footer doesn't go. Man, can't find the basket. And Brianna Brown with a rebound. And now here come the Hornets the other way. Brown driving in. Had the ball knocked right away. And good hands by Marquia Jones.
Yeah, that was all ball. Maybe, you know, it's hard to see from their bench's perspective. That was good no call.
Jackson to Pound, and Pound will lay it in. And she finally gets that first basket working inside. And she's been working inside this entire third quarter, and the first lead for Sebastian River, 28-26.
Yeah, that's her 4th or 5th shot in a row right there near the basket, which is what we just got done saying is what they needed to look at.
But Henderson drives in, she scores, and a chance for a 3-point play and a chance to give Haines City the lead again.
We got ourselves a game.
Yes, we do. First foul on KP Pound, 3rd team foul. Under 4 minutes to go, third quarter, and we're tied again, 28-all. 3:48 left, and it will be a free throw for Henderson. That was her first basket of the game. She has 4 points. 2 for 2 at the line so far.
Yeah, it seems both teams right now, I kind of feel like they're both kind of at a peak. We're playing really well. The emotions are high, ready to go. And, of course, media timeout.
And Henderson hits the free throw. So a three-point play, and Haines City regains the lead. 3:48 to go, third quarter. 29-28 over Sebastian River in our 7A state championship game here at the Lakeland Center. And in our 6A game earlier this afternoon, it was Orlando Edgewater pulling away from Norland in the second half. Miami Norland 46-36 the final. It was only a 15-13 game at the half, and Edgewater really struggled in the first half. They came out on fire in the third quarter, and Norland, I think, only scored 2 points the third and first part of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Edgewater was down there, I think, by 2 at halftime or up 2 at halftime.
They were down 2, yep.
And then they, 15-13, like you said, and then they came out and really changed the tempo and just had a little too much for Norland. I was really impressed with both teams' defense. I think both teams were a little off on offense, a little nervous, but both played phenomenal defense.
And in the end, really, they didn't need much from Alexis Prince. Only 5 points. She did have 7 blocks, so she was a force on defense.
Yeah, it's at one point she was 0 for 11 from the field. I'm not sure if she ended up making a couple baskets or not, but
she made 1.
Just 1. So you would think for Norland, hey, if you were to see that stat line, you'd been happy. But you know, the other people really picked up. Crawford had a really nice game for Edgewater.
So we are back to action with Sebastian River down, down 1. Here's KP Pound. She'll pull up on the baseline. Shot doesn't go off the front of the rim from about 10 feet. Loose ball ends up with Haines City and a foul coming up on the Sharks.
Foul number 22, Shepard. That's her 4th.
Maya Shepard picks up her 4th foul, and it's the 4th team foul now on Sebastian River the second half, who only shooting 22%, but Haines City's only at 25%. Haines City 11 turnovers, Sebastian River with 9 rebounds are 22-17 in favor of Haines City, who is only had 4 shot opportunities so far in the second half.
Yeah, that's big. They bring in Katie Taylor, who's just a freshman. Kind of looking at her, she kind of had that little middle school kind of face going on, and decided to look up there, but.
Brown will try a shot on the baseline. It's good with the right hand from about 8 feet.
She's really, really strong. If you give her position and she gets the ball, you're in trouble.
13 for Brown.
So you got to really try to keep her from getting the ball because she's really tough around there if she does get it.
And Haines City right back ahead by 3. Here's Pound, top of the key. Now to Jackson.
I don't see much of an offense from Sebastian, just other than kind of a Jackson.
Oh, she hits
Who needs an offense? Right. Overrated.
First 3 of the game for Brittany Jackson.
I was going to say, it's sort of a Jackson Pound, just kind of a 2-man game. Hey, it's worked for him.
18 for Jackson. We're tied again, 31 all, and a foul on Sebastian River in the paint, and it's on Katie Taylor, her first. That is the now 15th foul on the Lady Sharks. Inbounds pass for Brianna Brown, and boy, Brittany Jackson just threw one up there on the right wing. Kind of thought it wasn't going to go, and she nailed it to tie it up again. Brown inbounds pass deep to Joni Akins. Now in the right corner, it's Henderson now across in the left corner to Brown. Brown now dribbles in the paint. Just tries to get underneath. Nice pass, and missing the shot is Spillman. But Spillman will shoot 2 with a foul underneath. That was a good look inside that time by Brianna Brown. And we'll have 2 free throws for Spillman, who has 9 points.
Markia Jones, her 2nd.
Markia Jones gets her 2nd foul. 6th team foul now. All of a sudden, the Sharks at one point had 1 foul. Haines City had 4, and Sebastian Rivers picked up the last 5 fouls.
Yeah, that could be big. This is one of those things that you pay attention to is Haines City's going to be shooting free throws the rest of the game, so that's a big advantage. If you can get into the bonus in the third quarter.
Free throw in this time for Spillman. She's in double figures with 10. 2 for 3 at the line today, and it's again a 1-point lead for Haines City.
Yeah, that's a big thing. If you can get that early into the bonus and you keep playing hard, you're going to end up shooting a lot of free throws. That's sort of Haines City's MO, having attempted 32 free throws yesterday.
She misses the second. Now on the other end, Jackson. And you mentioned it's kind of been Jackson and Pound. And Jackson's going to throw up a 3. That's way too far out, though. Shot short, rebounded by Brown. It's a 2-on-1 run out. Brown is ahead to Spillman, who misses the layup. Brown with a follow, she lays it in.
Yeah, Jackson was the deepest player when she took that shot, so she should have been the safety and kind of just got a little flat footed. She didn't really kind of go for a rebound, didn't get back on defense. That's going a little too much outside of herself.
15 for Brown. It's a 3-point lead again for Haines City. And at 43 to go, third quarter, Pound throws up a 3. It's no good. And the rebound ends up with Spillman. Now Spillman's 1-on-2. She will go around Jackson, though, and lay it in. Jackson let her go.
Yeah, I was watching that myself. I didn't quite know if she was in foul trouble, but she's not. She's only got one foul, so that was interesting there.
And Spillman now with 12, and all of a sudden, Haines City back out to a 5-point lead after Sebastian River took their first lead of the game. Haines City really has picked it up again on the intensity. They're forcing turnovers, and again, Sebastian River's offense really running right through Jackson and Pound, and they're kind of just shooting threes right now.
Yeah, that's just really about it. And it's okay to kind of have an offense that runs through a couple people and you get some active things going on, but it just seems like everyone else is just kind of standing around. And so that's, you got to get some other people involved, even if it is setting screens or posting up inside, outside, and kind of getting everybody a chance. Like Katie Taylor had 4 3-pointers yesterday for Sebastian Rivers, so it's not like she's not capable.
So Katie Taylor's yet to score here, and actually doesn't have a point at the free throw line today, but has only attempted 1 3 and missed it. So it'll be Lady Sharks ball down 5. As Jones, here's Taylor now to Brittany Jackson. Cross-court pass back to Markia Jones. Now to Pound. She'll try a jumper from 12.
That was a really good job. Haines City's at a 1-3-1, so they reverse the ball. That's what you have to reverse the ball against a 1-3-1, and then got the ball to the middle. And that's where Pound, to me, looks the best. Right around that middle free throw line, around the block. That's when they got back into the game, was when she was hitting and taking all those shots around the basket.
1 minute to go in the quarter. Brown with a 3, actually under a minute. That's an air ball. Pound to Jackson, who ran right over the defender at half court. They're going to call a block.
I think they're calling a travel.
No, they did call a travel to call. I'm sorry. I thought the referee was signaling towards Sebastian River.
I can tell you exactly what happens there is they don't know whether to call a charge or a block. I'm calling a travel, and let's go the other way.
Let's be safe. So with 45 seconds to go in the quarter, Haines City with a 3-point lead. They have the ball. Akins now to Brown. Brown to Spillman, top of the key. Spillman now to the left wing as Henderson will pull over. Now top of the key to Reddick. And Reddick will go back to Brown. She's open, fakes the 3, looks to drive, had it knocked away. Stolen by Jackson, and again Sebastian River with a 3-on-2, now 3-on-3. Jackson pulls up at the free throw line. It's short again. Again forced by Jackson, and Jones knocks it out of bounds. And it seems like they're just rushing down the floor, and Brittany Jackson either looking to get fouled or just try to put one up there. And
you'll notice when she shoots like in flow or whatever, she stays really square to the basket, but when she gets really out of control, she really twists and turns in the air, and the ball ends up getting short because she doesn't have anything behind it.
It's a 3-point lead as to the right wing, Akins, 3 for Spillman, no good. And that'll be the end of the third quarter. Brown can't get a shot off the rebound. And through 3 quarters of play, we still got a close one in this 7A state championship game. At the half, it was a 5-point lead for Haines City. Through 3 quarters, Haines City leads Sebastian River 36-33. We'll take a break, and we'll come back to the Lakeland Center in just a moment. You're watching the 2012 FHSAA Girls Basketball Finals on the FHSAA Network.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program and participate in the FHSAA network, go to FHSAAsports.com/SBP.
Marty Palmer along with Coach Will White from Northeast High School in St. Petersburg here at the Lakeland Center. We head to the fourth quarter of our 7A state championship game in the 2012 FHSAA Girls Basketball Finals. Haines City leading Sebastian River by 3, 36-33, as Sebastian River took 2 points off the lead. They outscored Haines City there 14-12. And they took the lead at one point by a point for the first time today, but now it's again a 3-point lead for Haines City as we start the fourth quarter.
I think what you kind of see here is the beginning of the game is when people feel that pressure of it being a state championship game, and then you get into the flow. And when you look up and you see fourth quarter, state championship game, those nerves do kind of come back a little bit. So you kind of see that fourth quarter, who can kind of maintain that pressure and kind of get past that. It seems that usually succeed.
Brianna Brown's going to inbound for Haines City to start the fourth period. We're waiting for TV, and now we are underway to start the fourth period. And the ball goes into Shonay Akins.
Yeah, that fourth quarter here, that's when everything is just amplified a bunch. Every foul, every non-call, every three-pointer just means so much.
Akins to Henderson. Henderson lost it, now taken away by Jones, and now Jackson with a loose ball. Brittany Jackson looks to push, and then tried to get it inside and threw it away.
She just saw that a little late. It was there, and then by the time she passed it, the defense had time to recover.
Right into the hands of Spillman, who drive the baseline, tried to get it to Brianna Brown, who lost it out of bounds. So that'll be the 13th turnover of the game for Haines City. Sebastian River with 10. Not bad, not really bad numbers for turnovers in this game.
No, it's been pretty well played, and you look at it, it's just very easy. Sebastian Rivers made 34, or they've made 10 twos to Haines City's 13. A couple more threes, free throws pretty even, and like you said, very well played. Not a lot of turnovers.
Shooting percentages aren't great, 29% for Sebastian River, but they've also been 2 of 13 from the three-point line. But now down 3 with the ball. Jackson will try another 3 as she hits it. Never mind.
Yeah, if you saw that one, her shoulders were square, nice follow through, and that was shot and flow off of a pass.
Brittany Jackson has 21 of the 36 points for Sebastian River. On the other side, Brown and Spillman have combined for 27 of Haines City's 36 points. And again, between Jackson and Pound, they have 25, 28 now of the 36 points for Sebastian River.
Before Clearwater played them in the regional finals, I'm good friends with Tom Schoenfeld, one of the best coaches in the state from Clearwater. And I'm like, hey, what's up with Sebastian River? What are they about? And he said, 2 words, Jackson and Pound.
And they have carried this team all the way to the 7A state championship game, and now a tie game in the fourth quarter as Sebastian River trying to win the first state title and team state title in the history of the school.
And here's where you have, as a coach, a big advantage when you play in the finals and the Final Four with the media timeouts, the under 4 timeout, is both teams have a full complement of timeouts, so you have an extra chance to save a possession, someone's stopped in a corner, set up a play, those sort of things.
4 timeouts left for Haines City, 3 for Sebastian River, 6:55 left, and we're tied again, 36 all. Inbounds pass for Henderson. She'll throw it into Akins. Now back to Henderson.
Jackson from Sebastian River playing Brown on defense. You kind of have the 2 better players on each team playing each other.
Akins going to try a long 2. It's short. Almost got stuck between the rim and the backboard, and the rebound ends up with Sebastian River as Jones will push it into the corner. Pound in the baseline. Down to the left wing. Jones will try a 3 top of the key. In and out and in.
Oh, goodness.
And all the way in and out and in. Rakia Jones has 5, and Sebastian River leads it by 3. 39-36. 6:20 to go. The only other lead was 1 point. And almost stole the way. Brown will pull up. 15-footer left baseline.
Nice shot. You know, a lot of players right there will try to keep on going in there. The defender had a really good positioning there. Nice and solid. Maybe you get a charge or something, but she hit that 6-footer.
Taylor for 3. It's short off the front of the rim. 1 point lead for Sebastian River. Pound ran over the defender and gets called for the offensive foul. KP Pound apparently brought the elbow up. She's called for her second, and that is the 7th team foul on Sebastian River. It'll be Haines City ball.
Yeah, Coach Amy from Sebastian River asking why that call came from the official closer to half court.
And Terry Amy, in her 11th season at Sebastian River. This team were regional finalists the last 2 years, made the regionals in 09, also 2006. They lost the second round in 2007. And again, their first state semifinal appearance, their first state championship game in girls basketball. For Haines City, this is their first chance at a state title, and a double dribble called on Jasmine Reddick as Haines City was having trouble with the ball that time. And it'll go right back to the Lady Sharks.
Jackson, senior, but Pound for Sebastian River, just junior.
Yeah, they'll have KP Pound back next year. Jackson will move on to Georgia Tech. Here is Jackson now near the top of the key.
Asking for a screen.
With Henderson out on her. Now Jackson again to the left wing. She'll try a 2. It's good. Boy, that shot looks good. You're right. She gets squared up. She has her number now. 23.
Yeah, that was nice. You know, the defense collapsed on Pound on that roll, giving her just a little seam, and she only needs a step. and to be able to get her shot off.
Nice dish to Brown. Shot blocked out of bounds. There's Jackson. Off the pass in from Akins. Looked like Brown would have the shot, but Brittany Jackson with a block. It will stay with Haines City.
She had a tough beginning, Brittany Jackson, for Sebastian, but she's really obviously stepped it up there. Good defense right there, pushing Brown off the block.
Spillman overthrows Brown on the baseline. Jones looks to push. And now back to Taylor for three. Couldn't get it to go. Pound had the rebound, then lost it to Spillman. Spillman heading the other way. Gives it to a drive up and under. Good for Brakia Henderson. Nice shot off the glass for Henderson, who has 7, and Haines City back within 1.
Yeah, they're really trying to deny Jackson even from half court with Henderson.
And Sebastian River takes the timeout. The full timeout, 2 remaining for the Lady Sharks with 4:39 left here in the fourth quarter. Not regulation. We may have overtime the way this is going. Who knows? It has been close throughout. I think the biggest lead for either team may be about 6 points.
Yeah, have we had an overtime?
They had an 8-point lead early. Haines City.
Have we had an overtime game this week? Not that I know of.
No, we haven't actually, which is interesting because usually we have one, and usually we'll have some on the final day. So maybe it's time for that. As earlier today in the 6A final, we mentioned Edgewater was a winner. They are the state champs in 6A. And pulled away from Norland in 5A. Dillard three-peats. Earlier this week in Class 4A, the state champion again, Fort Myers Dunbar winning their first state title as they beat Jacksonville Rebalds. And Rebalds won the most state titles of any program in the state, and Dunbar gets his first state championship with a win over 8-time state champion in Rebald.
How do you think the game tonight between Dr. Kropp and Dr. Phillips, would you lean one way or the other going into that game?
Well, it's hard to pick against Dr. Phillips, knowing what they have, the talent they have. They're a nationally ranked team, and they were very impressive last night against a pretty good university team, won by 27. And Dr. Kropp kind of snuck in the back door with a win over Palm Beach Central, a late rally. They're a good team. I'd say Dr. Phillips is a favorite, but hey, you got to play it on the floor. As Pound will pull up, miss 18-footer, gets her own rebound, driving in, can't get the shot to go, but KP Pound with another offensive rebound. She's going to shoot 2 free throws again.
Yeah, she's so much better on the attack. That jump shot, it's kind of a little awkward for her, but when she goes in strong with drive, that's when she's really turning the momentum around.
Brianna Brown with her 3rd foul. And so Pound at the line, 4:21 left, a 1-point lead for Sebastian River. The shot is short, though, on the first free throw.
Yeah, Sebastian River's 39 attempts. Pound and Jackson have 30 of them.
As you would expect. On the other side, Brianna Brown and LaDerica Spillman have 23 of the 38 attempts for Haines City. Free throw no good, and Jackson had the rebound. The referee steps in, and he called a lane violation? Yeah, he did. So it will be back to Haines City, and they have a chance to retake the lead. Teams shooting a little better in the second half, 40% for Haines City, 35% for Sebastian River.
Jackson and Pound sounds like a TV show. Next up on Play On Sports, Jackson and Pound.
Detective show. As driving in is Spillman. She gets it underneath and laying it in is Jasmine Reddick off the pass in from Spillman. Reddick has 4 points, and now it's again a 1-point lead for Haines City halfway through the fourth quarter.
That was good body control right there. Reddick kind of went in strong, kept her shoulders square to the baseline.
Here's Markia Jones. Now off to
someone come screen for her. There you go.
Jackson being guarded by Henderson. Now to the left wing. Jackson to the baseline. She'll again force the shot. It's short. Loose ball on the floor, out of bounds. They'll say it's Sebastian River ball. Brianna Brown knocked it out of bounds as Shepard was over there as well. So that'll bring us to our fourth quarter media timeout. 3:39 left. And we have ourselves a 1-point game in the 7A state championship game. Haines City leading Sebastian River 42-41. Marty Palman along with coach of Northeast High School in St. Petersburg, Will White. And Coach, I know a long time you're coaching Boca Ciega, 3 times made it to the Final Four, once to the state final, losing to Dillard. But again, we talked a little bit about this in our earlier game. And when you get to this point, I know you had a thriller a couple times. What do you tell the team when you're getting late in the game? It's a 1-point game.
End of the game is always about free throws, box outs, and turnovers. When box out equals, rebounds. So free throws, rebounding, and turnovers. Free throws, rebounding, and turnover. Whoever wins those, mostly of those, is going to win.
Well, we'll see which team can get it done here and win a state championship.
Takes no. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, saying it takes no talent to box out. So here's where all that work and everything is just box out. Get the ball back. And that's what starts everything.
Pound will look to drive. She'll pull up from 12, and it doesn't go. Loose ball, and the rebound ends up with Reddick, and almost a steal as jumping in to knock it out of bounds was Amaya Shepard, but it will go back to Haines City. So 3:18 left. Haines City ball up 1. As Spillman across half court. Now Spillman tried to force it in. It doesn't in the hands of Reddick. Reddick into the corner now being double teamed. And that's a timeout, a good time for it, as Reddick was in real trouble in the corner. And Haines City will use their timeout. They still have 3 remaining with 3:02 left.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier, is now this that time of the game where you usually have a whole lot of timeouts left. Got Haines City with 4 timeouts left, or is it 3 now after that one? And yeah, 3. Sebastian has 2. So you can use a timeout on a corner, I'm stuck, but you don't want to turn the ball over.
So we are now closing in on 3 minutes to go in the game as we try to crown a champion in 7A. And 1A, our state champion this year, Ponce de Leon. Over in Holmes County, they knocked off Newberry way back on Wednesday morning. It seems like about a week ago or 2 weeks ago. A lot of games this week. In 2A, the champion this year was Tallahassee FAMU. They hit a buzzer beater to win that game earlier in the week against Hollywood Christian. In 3A, it was beat Gainesville PK Young. And in 4A, Fort Myers Dunbar. 5A earlier today, Fort Lauderdale Dillard wins again. And 6A was Orlando Edgewater. And tonight we'll have an 8A champion crowned between Dr. Cropper and Dr. Phillips. Jackson with a steal between defenders. Finger roll doesn't go. Loose ball on the floor, and it ends up with Haines City, but a jump ball. Akins was tied up by Jackson. The possession arrow will keep it with Sebastian River.
That's a real good call there. Both people with the ball in the hands, tied up. Don't want to call a foul there. 3 minutes to go, unless you're really, really sure.
Now, the foul situation, 7 for Sebastian River, 5 for Haines City. Is underneath, not getting the shot to go as Jackson, but she'll shoot 2.
Yeah, that's the first time tonight they've really posted her up to try to get her a look. And that's not a bad idea at all. She's so strong around the basket, such a good free throw shooter, that they put Pound on the outside, Jackson inside. It's still a 2-man game between the 2 of those, but get her the ball to the basket, and she took it up strong now at the line.
It's the second foul on Joni Akins, her 6th team fouls. The free throw is good for Jackson, and we are tied again at 42 all. 24 points for Brittany Jackson. She can give Sebastian River the lead with a free throw, and it goes in. Rolls it in.
Yeah, no dribble, spin the knees, hit, catch and shoot it.
1 point lead again for Sebastian River, 43-42. Over on the left wing, it's Spillman. Now driving into Spillman, can't get the shot to go. Loose ball on the floor, Jackson had it, and she's fouled.
1-1.
Spillman commits her 4th foul. It is the 17th foul. Both teams with 7 now, and you're right, it'll be a 1-1 on the other end for Brittany Jackson.
Close game like this, you know, the players, the coaches, the fans, they'll relive these last 3 minutes, every possession. You know, win, lose, or whatever you're going to go back through, that the ball that went in and out, the foul that we got there, the free throw that we missed.
And Jackson hits the free throw again.
So everything is just exponentially more important.
26 points for Brittany Jackson. 2-point lead, 44-42. She hits the second. 3-point lead for the Lady Sharks. 27 points for Brittany Jackson. 45-42. 2.5 minutes left. Driving in and missing the shot is Henderson, but she's fouled, and Henderson will go to the line to shoot 2. She attacked the basket that time, Rakia Henderson.
And from the left as well, so you don't see that as well, being able to, most girls being able to attack from the left side that hard, but she got through there, and hey, she was going to run over anything in her way.
3rd foul, Rakia Jones. 8th team foul on Sebastian River, and 2 free throws for Henderson, who's 3 for 3 at the line. She has 7 points. And she hits the first free throw. She's shooting 2, actually. She was fouled in the act of shooting and hits the first.
That puts her right at her average at 8 points a game.
And again, she's a perfect 4 for 4 at the line as Haines City trails it again by 2. Second free throw coming up for Henderson, and that one rolls in as well. 9 for Henderson. It's a 1-point lead again for Sebastian River, 45-44. Jones across half court now to Shepard now almost taken away, ends up with Brittany Jackson. And Jackson goes around Henderson. He tries to get it down low to Jones. Jones, though, turns it over. And a steal, Reddick gives it off to drive in by Spillman. Now driving all the way in is Henderson, and she's fouled again. She'll shoot 2 as she missed the shot. But Brigade Henderson going to shoot 2 and a chance to give Haines City the lead again.
Yeah, if I was Haines City and Jackson was on a pick and roll, if it's anybody else other than Pound, both girls stay with her. You know, if she goes off that screen, both girls stay with Jackson, leave the other girl open as long as it's not Pound.
Jones picks up her 4th foul. It's the 9th team foul. But Henderson will shoot 2. She was in the act of shooting. Again, she's 5 from 5 at the line today and hits the free throw again. Double figures for Brakia Henderson. She has 10. She has 5 here in the 4th. And it's 45 all on a free throw here. Gives Haines City the lead again.
Hitting these free throws. Both teams hitting quite a few free throws here lately. Again, goes back to that mantra, you know, free throws, rebounds, and turnovers.
45-45, 1:59 left. Second free throw is good. It rolled on every part of the rim. There's that shooter's roll again.
Nice touch.
11 for Henderson. It's a 1-point Haines City lead. Now pressure by Haines City in the backcourt. Pound being guarded by Brown. Pound across the half-court line. Now inside to Jackson between 2 defenders. She's fouled.
I really like that move by Sebastian River, putting Jackson inside. As long as you can still bring the ball up. If you don't have anybody else who can bring the ball up, then it doesn't matter. But they've done a good job getting the ball in there. The last couple possessions, getting her the ball around the basket, and she seems very comfortable in there.
Jonay Aikens picks up her 3rd foul and the 8th team foul now on Haines City. 2 free throws for Brittany Jackson. She misses the first off the left side of the rim, and I was just about to say, coming into that free throw, she was 11 for 12 at the free throw line. She hits the second, and we're tied again at 46 all.
0-0.
28 for Jackson. Driving in is Henderson. Ball is kicked underneath, and it will stay with Haines City.
Yeah, they got to really stop Henderson. She's driving from that left wing every single time. So as a defender, you got to back up, give yourself a little room, keep her out in front, get a hand up in the face.
1:39 to go. Inbounds pass coming for Haines City. Brown, and Brown will try to throw it in. She does get it in to Spillman. Spillman now to the top of the key. Now back to Brown. Brown dribbles to the left wing, and now will throw it back out to the top of the key. Now over to the right wing to Spillman at the free throw line. Brown tried to have it, then almost lost it, and then driving and missing the shot is Henderson, and KP Pound with the rebound.
Oh, they had Jackson, no, they had another girl, Shepard, wide open on the break.
Jones for 2. It's in and out, no good. Martinelli had the rebound as she pulls it back out off the offensive
Get yourself
rebound.
a timeout, yeah, absolutely.
And Coach Amy will take timeout. Sebastian River with 1 timeout left. 1:07 to go. They'll have the ball in a 46-all tie, and we are coming right down to the wire in this 7A state championship game.
Yeah, I do some shout out there with timeout. Sometimes I keep forgetting I'm just watching this one, but yeah, that's definitely a time. You get a nice rebound there. Things are a little discombobulated. Get yourself a timeout. You know, take a really good shot here. That's what you want to tell your girls is that, you know, it's tied. You don't want to stall. It's too long to stall. So you want to really just get into a good offense, get a little high-low with Jackson and Pound, or get Jackson the ball inside. And then you also tell everybody in the huddle right now is what you're saying is you tell them, we got a timeout if we get in trouble. You get yourself in the corner, you're going out of bounds. You know, you got to save every possession now.
Like what you said there, as a coach, you're sitting here courtside wanting to call timeout. He'll timeout the refs. Timeout, timeout. And unfortunately, the refs aren't going to listen to you. But as a coach, you get used to doing that. But this has been really an entertaining game. It kind of got up to a slow start. I mean, not a lot of points, but really it's been back and forth the entire game. We've seen it. Haines City led most of the first half. They led by 5 at the half, but Sebastian River has really battled in this second half.
Yeah, it's one of the things I like about girls basketball. It's almost like a soccer analogy. Boys basketball, a little bit more high scoring. So in girls basketball, every basket just seems to be that much more important.
Jackson will throw the inbounds pass into the backcourt to Markia Jones. And now Jones across half court with 1 minute to go. And then Jones lost it. She'll pick it up. Now cross court to Pound. Pound will drive, free throw line jumper, no good. Back to the rim. Brianna Brown to the rebound. Now Brown will be in trouble in the half or near half court.
Play good solid defense here. You don't want to get a silly foul. You don't want them to stall it either.
Spillman now at the top of the key with 40 seconds to Brown. Again, Haines City could hold for the last shot if they want to. Akins.
And she's got plenty of timeouts with 3 as well. I'd almost use a timeout, kind of set it up. If you shoot it, you better make it.
Henderson drives it. Shot rejected by Jackson out of bounds.
Again, here.
Brittany Jackson steps in for another block and will stay with Haines City. That's the 4th block of the game for Brittany Jackson, who has 28 points.
She's trusting her team here. Almost you could use a timeout to set up your best inbounds play.
And in fact,
there you go.
Adrita Akins will take timeout, and 2 remaining for Haines City. A good call there. You might as well use them. You can't go home with them.
That's right. You got 3, so go ahead and use one there. You know, set up your best inbound play. You know what the other team's been doing on defense the whole game. If you're Sebastian River, you almost think about maybe changing it up. They've been going man-to-man out of bounds, so you know Haines City's setting up a man-to-man play, so maybe you go zone. But if you're not used to playing zone, maybe somebody gets open. So that's all the stuff that goes through your head there is you know, that chessboard pieces.
Well, it will be Haines City ball. We have 25.1 seconds left. 9 team fouls on Sebastian River, 8 on Haines City. So one more Sebastian River foul. Haines City will be in the 2-shot bonus, and the possession arrow right now points towards the Haines City Hornets.
Yeah, these games, the games that are 15, 20 points, the kids have realized they are going to kind of win or lose a little bit earlier. Right now, both teams into it. So here's the games like this that come down to 1 or 2 points at the very end are actually the hardest when you do lose those, because you just that realization at the very end. So look for some pretty good celebration and some pretty decent disappointment when this one's over.
Well, Brianna Brown's going to inbound as both these schools looking for their first state championships.
Sebastian did stay man-to-man.
And girls basketball, Brown needs to get it in. She does to Henderson. Henderson driving around Pound. Pound forces the match shot. Henderson rebound. Pound blocks it again. And the loose ball ends up in the corner. And it's off to Jackson from Jones. Jackson driving in, and she will draw the foul, and Brittany Jackson will shoot 2. Ooh. Brianna Brown gets called for the blocking foul. That's her 4th, and Brown thought it may have been a charge. 12.1 to go, and Brittany Jackson is going to shoot 2 shots.
Yeah, the thing you look at there as a coach is 2 officials blew their whistle, and they both had it as a block. So, you know, that makes you feel a little bit more, but if you kind of see one looking for one or the other, but she went in strong, and usually they give the advantage to the person going in the strongest.
Jackson hits the first free throw. 29 points. Sebastian River leads it by 1 with 12.1 to go. Both teams with 9 team fouls. And now Jackson tries to give her team a 2-point lead, and Haines City probably most likely takes timeout here no matter what. Yep. As Jackson hits the second.
They might try to get it across half court for a timeout. Either way,
they have
they
one
got it
more
now.
remaining,
yeah.
So they can still use it if they do get it to half court. 12.1 to go. 30 points for Brittany Jackson out of the 48 for the Sebastian River Sharks. She scored, as Sebastian River has 15 points in this quarter. She scored 12 of those. She has 17 in the second half. 17 points, as they had 19 after 17 or 29 in the second half.
But another thing I think that they really did a good job is they put Jackson on Brown for Haines City. I'm not sure what Brown's done this second half.
8 points, but only 2 here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah,
she
2
has
in the
17.
4th quarter in that switch. So, you know, what you want to do here, again, if you go down, you want to go down best players. So look to get the ball to Brown for Haines City on the inside.
So Sebastian River with a 2-point lead, looking for their first state title of any kind, team state title in school history. 12.1 to go, but Haines City will have it.
And here, as a coach for Sebastian River, you tell them no and ones. If you foul someone in, they better not make it.
Spillman now with 6, with 5. She'll drive in, floater off the glass, no good. Jackson with a rebound. She's fouled with 3 seconds left. A good look for Laderica Spillman, but no good off the glass. And now
timeout here to maybe ice her.
Jackson will shoot 2 with 3 seconds to go. She hits these 2 free throws. Sebastian River is going to be state champs. And I think Coach Akins wanted a foul. No call, as she is disappointed on the Haines City bench.
And that was a good no call. That was good defense, straight up. They got the ball
it's hard
back.
To call that foul there, right?
Yeah. If you're going to call a foul in that situation, it's got to be a, hard foul. And that was the right call there.
Laderica Spillman will foul out with 3 seconds left. She had 12 points, but none here in the 4th quarter. She had 9 in the first half, but again, Brown with 8 in the second half, as Haines City with 24 points in the half, only 22 in the second half. The referee is trying to get somebody to come in to substitute. They're going to put in Raven Trammell, replacing Spillman. So here we go, 2 free throws, 3 seconds to go.
Makes them both, it's over.
If she does, he makes one. Haines City with a timeout. Can't call the timeout. Go down and set up the shot as Jackson hits the first one. If she hits this one, though, forget it. 31 for Jackson.
Be ready to call a timeout if she misses it right away.
But she made it.
That's it.
32 points, and Brittany Jackson raises her arm, almost got another steal. Half-court shot doesn't matter, and that's it. The Sebastian River Lady Sharks state champions for 2012 in Class 7A, the first ever 7A state champion in girls basketball at Sebastian River. Their first state team title in school history. Congratulations, Coach Terry Amy and her team. Back and forth game. Sebastian River trailed most of the game, but in the fourth quarter, they outscored Haines City 17-10. And down the stretch, what can you say about Brittany Jackson, who scored 14 points in the fourth quarter?
And 9 of 10 of those on free throws. So again, kind of one of those things that we talked about, free throws and turnovers and rebounds, and Jackson really stepped up. Be honest, that first quarter, I was kind of, I didn't see too much out of her. You heard a lot about her as a player, but then, she really stepped up and kind of showed everybody what all the hype is about, because she definitely lived up to it.
Well, what a season for Haines City. They end 28-3, and they knocked off the #1 team in the state yesterday in Gainesville Buell to the semifinals. Made a great run as they were looking for their first state title in the history of the girls basketball program. Brianna Brown, great player, heading to Jacksonville University. Her career ends with 17 points, and a tough loss for Haines City, but a great season for them.
Yeah, this is so difficult. You look into your left and you just see, just the joy, the pure joy of everything, and you look to your right and you kind of feel that disappointment. So it's very bittersweet.
And as for Sebastian River, though, they are the state champions for 2012 in Class 7A. Their season ends with a record of 25-3. Congratulations to the Sebastian River Sharks and Coach Terry Amy. That's going to do it for our coverage of the 7A state championship game. Coming up tonight at 8:35, it's the 8A state championship game, our final championship game in the 2012 FHSAA girls basketball finals. Kelly Neff will have the call, along with Roger Dorio, Dr. Kropp, and Dr. Phillips. For Will White, I'm Marty Palman. Coach, good to work with you. Enjoyed it today.
Thank you very much.
State champions.
Thank you very much.
Joining me today. And a reminder, for a DVD of this great game that we had in the 7A state championship game, you want to buy it for friends, family, even for the players, go to FHSAAsports.com. That's FHSAAsports.com. For our entire crew here in Lakeland, and for the Coach Will White, I'm Marty Palman, saying so long for the Lakeland Center. Our final again in this 7A state championship game. Sebastian River 50, Haines City 46. We'll talk to you again soon on the FHSAA Network.
We can get a player up here. Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program and participate in the FHSAA network, go to FHSAAsports.com/SBP.
This time, to recognize the 2012 Class 7A state champions, Sebastian River Sharks. The head coach, Terry Amy. Assistant coaches, Christopher Jefferson. Assistant coach, Liam Johnson. Trainer, Hillary Lang. Manager, Emily London. Scorebook keeper, Krista Betts.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3, beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program and participate in the FHSAA network, go to FHSAAsports.com/SBP.